guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Megan from oneSimplegirl. On today's video, I'm going to use my new Morphe palette and I'm going to show you how to create this look under 18 minutes. Hi guys, so I'm going to jump in and start with my BB cream from Tarte. I've been using this now for a little while and I really love it. It's just not as heavy as a foundation, and I find now with the winter months coming, my skin is definitely a lot drier than it usually is. So I've just actually swapped out, instead of using a foundation, I'm now on to just using a CC cream or a BB cream. It just has a higher content of moisture in it, moisturizer, sorry. So at least I know I'm getting that extra moisture on my skin to help with the dryness. I've already prepped my skin with my cream, my sunscreen, and my primer, so I can just get right into it. And again, I'm using my oneSimplegirl foundation brush. And that looks pretty good. So next I'm gonna go with, I'm keeping it very light. Again, when you use something like this, which is a BB cream or a CC cream, it's gonna be lighter than a foundation, which I'm okay with. I don't always feel like I wanna wear a ton of makeup on my skin. I'm just using my Tarte bronzer. And I just, you know what, I just put it where I like it to be. I always do my, my forehead, and I go into my hairline so that you can't see the lines. Again, when I start on the side, I always draw it down. My crazy hair today. My curly girls out there will understand the struggle. So yeah, so I'm just, you know what, I just pull it down from my temples down into my skin. When I'm doing up in my forehead, I always try to bring it down along the side of my temples as well. I just want to make sure everything's blended in nicely. I don't like to have harsh lines. I also do, the under my jawline here. Just the reason why I do this is just to give it a definition. There's depth there now, instead of it just being, I guess you can't really tell by the shadow, but instead of it just being all one color all the way down, you just add a little bit of bronzer there. It'll add a little bit of depth, a little dimension to your face. It's a preference of mine. You don't have to. I also always bring it down my neck to blend it in, and I do on my nose. Now I could also use, I'm using the oneSimplegirl blender brush, but which I love for bronzer. I think it's fantastic. But you can also use, I'll just grab, if I was to do, so this is the oneSimplegirl, so I should put it holding this way, oneSimplegirl large eye brush. I could also take this, take my bronzer, and just go down my nose to give it a little bit of dimension with color, with bronzer, sorry. You don't have to do that. I just use my brush because I just I try to put the bronzer like just on the one part of it, and I just go like that. And again, I'm not too hard on myself about contouring, because I don't know, I don't really like to do it because I just find it's too much work. I just like a natural, like everyday look that's easy peasy. Okay, so next I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape. The hype is definitely worth it. There was a time in the day when you'd bring it right across. You can still do that. I don't really do that so much anymore. And I would say that's just a preference thing. You can So I'm going to start off. You can easily just use your fingers to do this. I always bring it up across the top of my lids. And it will help actually after you start, when you're applying your eyeshadow, it'll have something to grab to too. It just gives a little extra something there. So again, you don't have to do it this way. This is just a preference. You can always use your terribly dirty sponge and just, normally I would wet this. I would suggest that you wet this so it's damp. It makes it a lot easier for gliding along your face so you're not pulling so much. And it's a good way to spread out your concealer, sorry. Okay, there, so I think that's really good. Or at least it's good enough for me. Oof, crazy hair. Okay, so we've done the concealer, we've done our base. I'm just gonna start with a new Morphe kit that I had picked up. I've been using it for a little bit. I really like the colors because they're all very, very neutral. And the nice thing is the palette's already designed. I don't have to figure out the colors, they're already there. So I'm gonna start with the large oneSimplegirl brush again. I'm gonna take the lightest color and start with that. And as always, I do one eye, I do the next. And by that, I mean, whatever I do to one, I do to the other one before I go to the next step, just to make sure that they're even. So I'm just taking the first color and I'm just dabbing that. And then I do my little windshield wiper motion. And then you could do a little circular motions too, just to make sure it's blended nicely. And again, this is all preference, ladies. If you can just put it on the way you normally put it on. I've been lately doing it across my entire, not my entire lid, but I'm going across this whole crease area instead of just having it here and making it more look like a cat eye, like I've explained in other videos. I'm doing it right across the whole lid like this, and I kind of just leave this lid part a little bit bare. Again, this is just a preference. You have to do what you like and what looks good on you and what works for you. Again, some of these colors won't work for everyone because I'm fair and I've got dark hair and fair eyes, so the neutrals seem to go really well on me. That might not necessarily work for you at home. So again, just choose a palette that you really like. And maybe it's not a palette that you would normally wear. Maybe it's not your colors and you're like, you know what, hey, I just want to try it out. Go for it, try it out. See what works. I've now just taken the second color and added it on top. So all I'm going to do is start layering the colors just to add depth to my eyes. I'm definitely going heavier than I would normally. I just thought today would be a fun day to try it out and do it. And for you at home, like my suggestion would be, if it's too dark, just take a little bit at a time. Don't pile it on. Like always, it's just makeup. You can remove it and you can fix it, and you know, none of these things should be a big deal. It's definitely all fixable. Like, look at me, I'm not doing it perfect, but you can just touch it up as you go or touch it up afterwards. I think people are gonna get sick and tired of me saying, it's your preference. It's all about preference. But it's so true. Everybody does their makeup differently. Everybody applies it differently. If the outcome is all the same, it doesn't really matter how you get there. All it matters is that you did. So now I'm taking the darkest color in this palette. So there was these top 6 I've used. And I'm just layering it. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Nothing fancy, guys. Nothing fancy. So now I want to show you how quickly you can do this. And again, I'm only still using one brush to do this. So I'm not a big eyeliner person, but I do like to carry, sorry. I'm going to bring down my eyeshadow here. So all I'm going to do is, this is whatever is left on my brush. I haven't added any more product. I'm just going to wipe under my eye here. And there you go. So you can see it's been added. So just, there's the difference between nothing and having something. It just adds. Do you have to? No, 100% you do not have to do this. I do it because I don't wear an eyeliner and I like to just have it blended in better. And then this isn't a special technique or anything. At the end, I just kind of, I want to make sure that nothing's too harsh, the lines. So I'm just kind of blending it up. And that's it. So that's pretty good. Yeah. So what I am going to do is I've got this, it's from Thrive. I don't know if you can see the name of it. And basically what it is, it's just, there we go, an eye brightener. So all I've done is you just twist it up and you just apply it wherever you want. I'm actually going to apply this to the lid of my eye. And just use my finger, and I'm just going to just kind of smear it in. I'm just going to blend it in. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it. This is just the one I had. It was a very neutral, shimmery one, which I think is really pretty. And it's not too strong. Like it's not a harsh shimmer. It's not, it's nothing too crazy. I'm just going to do the corner of my eyes a little bit. Just add a little something there. Okay. There we go. Next, I'm going to add some mascara. And I'm sorry, I should show you. I'm just using, again, it's always my favorite one. It's the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, which I just love it. I actually recently just ordered Bobbi Brown is a makeup artist, and I absolutely love her. I think her style and her method of makeup is just phenomenal. So she just started her own line. Sorry, she had already had a line of makeup. It was called Bobbi Brown, which she then sold. I can't remember the company she sold it to. I think it was Estee Lauder. She's now came up with another new line, and it's called Jones Road. And I'm really excited to try it because my big thing with oneSimplegirl was to keep makeup simple, and that's why I designed 6 makeup brushes that I think are very versatile that you can use to do your whole face. Today I've only used 3 of the brushes in my kit, and my face is almost done because there's so many products on the market that you're going to buy that have the tools built right in. Like this is like I said, this is an eye brightener or an eyeshadow, however you want to use it, but it's already in its own little tool. So why do you need to buy something to put that on with? You don't. Save yourself the money and just keep it simple and use simple tools. So I'm just going to skip over to my eyebrows, and I'm just, I'm still working on me Gimme Brow by Benefit, sorry. Still working on it. We're just going to, again, you can draw in your eyebrows, you can get them tattooed, you can do whatever you'd like. You could leave them just the way they are if you want. I like to color mine in a little bit, so all this one is really doing, this Benefit one is just gives it a little bit of color, but it's just shaping it, and I feel like it has a bit, like it's a little bit of a pasty, it's kind of like a mascara for your eyebrows, really. So you're using it, and it's just it helps place your brows a little bit better than they probably would have been. There. So I've done my eyes, I've done my mascara, I've done my brows. I've got my bronzer on. So now I'm just gonna add a little bit of blush, and I'm gonna use our angled, oneSimplegirl angled brush to do so. And I'm going to use my Tarte. This one is quirky. I've used this a few times, but it's kind of a peachy color, and it really goes with my tones. So I'm just, dabbing it on. And I like it, again, it's almost like I treat it like how I would treat my bronzer. I just bring it up into my hairline. I do a little bit on the side here just to help blend it. I'll even do just like that, over my forehead, a little bit on my chin, a little bit on my nose. And it's just to add a smidgen of color. So your whole face is kind of like the same color. It's glowy. It's perfect. Then I'm going to add some highlighter, which is just, I'm going to use the Hourglass highlighter. So I should move that closer. And yeah, that's the color. It's really, really neutral. It's really, really pretty. Again, I'm just going to grab another angled oneSimplegirl brush. And this I find is very, very light, so you can add quite a bit. And I just go basically just on top of, a little bit higher, same area on my temple as my cheeks, or sorry, as my blush. I do a little bit on my forehead. Now, do you have to do this? No, but as you can see, it kind of just gives a little bit of a shimmer. So it's really, really pretty. You don't have to use it. I like using it, but you don't have to. Okay, so next is gonna be our lips. So this one is from Maybelline, and it is, it's called Dusty Rose. So that's the color of it. It's just a dusty rose. I don't usually wear lipstick, but I thought I would try a liner out. Sorry, I thought I would at least try the liner out and see if it would help my color stay a little bit more. I don't really wear a lot of color, but I wear a color gloss. So let's cross our fingers. I don't really overline my lips. I just kind of smush it together in my lips like that to see if I can get it to blend in. I'm just using my, this is the Tarte gloss that I've talked about many times. It's one of my favorites. And there we go. So now my makeup's done, my hair's done. It's a little bit crazy. I may have to touch this up because I did it curly today with my natural curls. So, but there you have it, guys. Under 20 minutes, I've just done my whole face, and that's still talking in between and giving a little bit of explanation of the stuff I'm using. So for you at home, you know what, it shouldn't take you longer than 10-15 minutes to do your makeup. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button so I know what you guys want to see in my next video. Hey, even comment below, let me know what your thoughts are, if these are even helpful, if you want to see me do what's in my bag, what's in my makeup bag. There's always goodies in there, so you never know what you're going to see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a great day, guys.